The Baker men's basketball team returns home this week as they will host Evangel on Wednesday and Graceland on Saturday. Clae Martin has been on fire for the Cats as he is leading the team with 3-point field goals with 45 so far this season and shooting at a 49.5% from behind the arc. The Wildcats are number 2 in the country with 3-point field goals as they are shooting at a 42.6%. Here's Clay to preview the upcoming games this week. Clay, you are in the top 10 in the NAIA in 3-point field goal percentage. Now, what has attributed to your successful shooting here?
I just think I put a lot of time in, outside of practice, getting my shots up, and I guess, I have pretty good form, and it's really just the work that I put in off the court that helps me to shoot, do well. Same as everything, you got to work hard and put the time in order to get the results you want. So
as a team, you guys are number 2 in the nation for 3-point field goal shooting. What have you guys done to be so successful in this area? And then have you guys worked on shooting outside a lot this season?
It's really funny because originally coming into the season, I didn't even think that we would be number 2 in the nation. But a lot of guys, they can really shoot it a lot. In our offense and things that we do, we kind of play inside out. But once we get inside, draw defense closer, we can kind of spread them out a little more with our 3-point shooting. So similar to like individually as people, we all put our time in and get our shots up and make sure we're ready to go when it's game time. But I guess we have some guys that can shoot it a lot, so we just take advantage of it, definitely.
And what do we need to do to get 2 wins this week over Evangel and Graceland?
I think the first thing that we make sure we're the tougher team in both of those games. A lot of times it comes down to like 50-50 balls. Like there's a loose ball, who's the first team to dive on it, the first team to go and get it. And besides that, we need to make sure that we limit our turnovers, and we have to play better defense. I think that, and we played an okay defense against William Penn, but earlier in our few games when we were more successful, we limited teams to like shooting 30, even like low 40% shooting. So we need to make sure that we have good defensive effort coming into these next 2 games.
Now I'm going to ask you a final 4 questions, and they're going to be kind of fun. So the first one is, back in Australia, which is your home country, it is summertime there, whereas it's winter here. Now, what is something that you guys do in the summer for fun, something that you miss?
Well, I kind of live about I'd say 5 minutes from the beach, so this is one thing that you kind of miss is going to the beach and just going out there. It gets really hot over there, so it's snowing right now over here, which kind of sucks. But just going to the beach and hanging out with your friends, and in Christmas time and things like that, like we'll have barbecues and pool parties and things like that. So it's just the small things, I'd say, going to the beach and stuff like that.
And what is your favorite NBA team?
My favorite NBA team, don't cringe at me for saying this, but the Warriors, they're my favorite team. They were actually my first NBA game I ever saw. And my dad's actually from Oakland, California, so I've always been a big Warriors fan and go back to my family and stuff like that. So
little connection there.
Yeah. So
what is a food that you dislike the most?
I'd say something that I don't know if I dislike it, but it's just weird to me. It's like biscuits and gravy. Like
really? Is that not a thing in Australia?
I don't know. Like sometimes you guys have like sausage gravy and all that kind of stuff. Like I don't.
Oh, so
and your
good.
biscuits, like in Australia we have biscuits, like cookies. Maybe your biscuits are like, I don't know, like dough, like I don't even.
So that's just really weird.
Even like a breakfast food, like I don't know. Anyway.
And what is your favorite hobby besides basketball? Basketball.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I do like to play video games every now and then, but I wouldn't really say I'm not too crazy into it. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Basketball is probably your favorite hobby?
Yeah, if I have spare time, it's probably something that I'd want to be spending my time in. Yeah, hanging with friends. I don't know if it's a hobby. But yeah, so.
Well, thank you, Clay, and we look forward to watching you this week, and hopefully you guys get that win over Evangel and Graceland.
Thank you very much.
Baker will host Evangel this Wednesday at 7:30 and Graceland on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Here's Baker Sports Information Director Tyler Price with Coach Dooley.
All right, we're here today with Coach Dooley. Coach, Wildcats return home for 2 home games this week, and we featured your sharpshooter Clae Martin, doing a great job leading the conference in 3-point field goal percentage. Talk about the way he's played his junior season.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Clay's stepped foot on campus, I mean, he's an incredible shooter, and people, ever since his freshman year, have really tried to take that away from him. So we've tried to do different things, and he's, learning to play without the ball in his hands and kind of move without it being hard to guard, because really, if, we feel like if he can get it off, it's got a great chance of going in. So as he learns and our guys around him learn where to get him the ball and how to get him the ball in those spots where not just he can be successful, but we can be successful. It makes him, makes us and him very deadly. He's always a threat out there, and even sometimes when he's not shooting or making it, teams key on it so much it really spaces and opens the floor for other guys to make plays. So, he's obviously had a great year, great career so far, and looking forward to seeing how he finishes up his junior season and then moving forward into next year as well.
Yeah, the 3-ball has been very key for you guys. You guys are still in the top 5 in the country in 3-point field goal percentage. How about shooting the 3? Is that something you guys have tried to focus on, or has that been a key to your team so far this season?
Yeah, I think so. We do shoot a good percentage, but if you look at it numbers-wise compared to other teams, the quantity that we shoot is probably not as high as others, and probably not even as high as we'd like. Really Stephen Edwards and Clae Martin kind of take majority of those, and they're knocking it down at a high clip. But freshman Michael Brooks has shot it well for us. Brett Elfritz has really improved from there, from year 1 to year 2 in our program, and obviously we like to shoot them. We think it's really helps us offensively, not just from a scoring standpoint, but also spacing the floor. And also having some key guys inside that you can throw it into that maybe the defense will collapse in a little bit or lose some of those shooters helps. So, we just talk more about moving the ball, making the extra pass, and keeping the floor space. When we do those things, a lot of times those shooters open up, and obviously those guys definitely have the green light to let it fly.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Evangel and Graceland come into the Collins Center this week. 2 different contrasting styles. You've got a Hall of Fame coach and Coach Jenkins, and then a newer coach over at Graceland. What will it take to come away with hopefully 2 wins this week?
Obviously Evangel and Graceland, well-coached teams, good teams. Really, to be honest, I don't think it's much different than any other week in our league. Everybody's good. Everybody's got good players and good coaches. So it really just kind of single focus where it's just on each game, and those 20-minute halves, 40-minute games where we're focused on doing what we need to do to be successful and try to make them play as poorly as we can on that given night. So tough challenge. Obviously Evangel, motion offense, they dribble it, very little, but pass and move and cut and shoot, and really puts a lot of pressure on your principles, on your defensive fundamentals and principles. So we'll have to be really solid there, which honestly has not been a strength of ours, I don't think, since we've returned from break. So it'll be interesting to see how we respond there. And then on Saturday, Graceland, another good club, got an inside-outside combination that is really strong, probably 2 of the better players in the league. So again, put us a lot of pressure on us defensively, is there with them as well. But again, it's the same thing every week. It was like that last week, it'll be like that next week. So again, we just got to take it game by game, kind of focus more on ourselves and playing well, and see if we can get on a little bit of a roll here.
Last thing for you, Saturday will also be Coaches versus Cancer game, where both you and the women's team will wear sneakers with your suits as you benefit the NABC and the American Cancer Society. What does that mean to you and your staff to be able to participate in this again this year?
It's been unbelievable to watch the Coaches versus Cancer and see it grow just over my time in this profession. Obviously it was started with Coach Stewart from the University of Missouri back in the day, and just kind of with a dream of his to grow and to see how big it is, where it reaches now, all levels from high major Division I basketball all the way down, and even in the high schools. And it's great, the awareness that it has raised for this battle and this fight that we're in with cancer, and the amount of money that has been raised through these efforts is absolutely amazing, stunning. And we just try to do whatever we can. Any little bit helps, and hopefully not only will we raise awareness, but hopefully raise some funds to help in this fight. And I think because of these efforts and awareness has been started with Coach Stewart and this Coaches vs. Cancer, I think we've made a lot of progress in the fight for cancer, but we haven't defeated it yet, and hopefully we'll get there soon. So no, it's always been great, and I know Coach Doty and his staff will be participating as well, and we're looking forward to, like I said, hopefully raising a few dollars for the American Cancer Society.
Well, Coach, as always, thank you for your time, and we will see you Wednesday and Saturday here at the Collins Center.
All right, thank you, Tom.